The NBA season is over, and there were so many great players throughout this season. So who are the top 10 NBA players of this season? In at number 10, I've got Donovan Mitchell. He played a huge role in the Cleveland Cavaliers playoff run, dropping 50 in a vital Game 7 and played really well in the one game they stole off Boston. He was vital in this young team's development throughout this year, and he is one of the best shooting guards in the league. He can score on all three levels, he can play make to an extent, and he might not be on Cleveland for much longer, and if he does get traded, I'm hoping he wins a championship because he has the potential and he could be a number one player on a championship team. In at number 9, I have Jaylen Brown. He was vital in the Celtics playoff runs, and when Jason Tatum wasn't on, he played his best basketball. While Jason Tatum was inconsistent throughout the playoff and regular season, he was the one backing him up. He's a great two-way player, and he led the Boston Celtics to the championship this year, winning the Finals MVP. In at 8, I have Jason Tatum. Although he was inconsistent in the playoffs, he is still one of the most talented players in the NBA, and he has proved that on a night-to-night basis. He's a great scorer, and in the playoffs, he showed his playmaking ability, and he adjusted his game to the Boston Celtics, and that ended them up with the trophy, and that's all that matters. He was one of the biggest parts on this Boston Celtics team. He's incredibly talented, and he had a great regular season. Then I've got Joel Embiid at 7. I know this is low, but he only played 30 games before he got injured. He contributed a lot in those games, averaging 35 and 10 rebounds. He dominated while he was still on the court, and if he stayed healthy, he was a lock for the MVP. And if he plays this well next year, I think he's got his second MVP locked in. He's an amazing player. He can score. He's a great defender. And when he's healthy, I think he can lead this Philadelphia team to a deep playoff run. They struggled early against the Knicks in the first round because of their lower seed. But if Joel Embiid plays all season, I think they could get a top 3 seed. And that will put him in a good position to go for it this year. In at 6, I have Jalen Brunson. He had an impressive playoff run, draining 40-point games on a nightly basis. He beat the Sixers in 6 games and nearly beat Indiana, losing in 7. And he proved that he can be the best player on a championship contending team, one of the best scorers this league has to offer. And with how good this Knicks team showed that they can be great, and with the addition of Mikal Bridges, that could push them over the line for a championship in the 2025 season. Then at number 5, I have Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was injured for parts of this season, and that's why he's low on the list, but he is one of the most dominant players in the NBA. He can score at will, a great defender, and when this entire Bucks team is healthy, they are great. He wasn't there in the playoffs, and that's why they lost in the first round, but if he is there, they can be a force out east. In at number 4, I have Anthony Edwards. He led a Minnesota team to the conference finals. He's an amazing scorer and a great defender for a guard. Although he can be a little inconsistent, he has a bright future in this league, and Minnesota has solidified themselves as a contender out west. And on to the top 3. In third position, I have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He was in the MVP talks for the entirety of the season. Oklahoma took a big step up, in big part because of how well he was playing. He was a consistent 31, 5 and 5 player, and he has a big chance of winning the MVP next year. He's got a lot of potential, and he led OKC to the second round where they got eliminated by Dallas in a close series. In at number 2, I have the MVP, Nikola Jokic. He played great throughout the regular season, and although the Nuggets got eliminated in the second round, I still have him here. He's one of the best players in the world with no argument. He's a great scorer, he can shoot, and he's got a great post game. Without a doubt, he is one of the best players in the world, and he played a great season this year. And in at number 1, I have Luka Doncic. 33, 9 and 9 throughout the regular season, played the majority of the games and led his team to the NBA Finals. There is no argument. He is the best player in the world. An amazing shooter, great post play, can shoot from anywhere on the court. He's got great vision, great playmaking. You can't argue. He is the best player in the world. And he's even improved his defense in the last year. And that is a big reason why they went so far in the playoffs this year. And that's all I have for you today. So thanks for watching the video. Tell me your top 10 NBA players this season in the comments down below. And have a nice day.